All right, guys. So my name is Taylor. I've just purchased a 2010 Volkswagen CC, and I'll just let you know a few things about this car that I think are really interesting, really cool, and one of just a few reasons why I genuinely do love this car, why I bought it, why I really put some money into it. I'm going to be upgrading this thing over the next few months and see what I can actually get out of this. So I bought the car. On the instrument panel here, there were a lot of errors right when I decided to get this. I apologize about the light as well. All of these errors up here, ECS, traction control, and the steering light were all on. There were a few things that I had to do. I had taken my ABS sensor, OBD2 scanner. This one is specifically for Volkswagen Auto Group vehicles. I was able to plug this in to the port down there and figure out that this thing had a few error codes. One specifically was the ABS speed sensor. So I had plugged this in and found out this thing has a live data thing, and I was able to see the speed on all of the tires, and realizing that tire number 3, there was no actual speed being sensed on that. So I had realized that that's the one that needs to be replaced. So I got out, I fixed all that, and wouldn't you know it, everything essentially was able to fix itself. I reset the codes on the OBD scanner, and nothing ends up popping up. So the only thing I have left now to deal with and really get myself into fixing, if I ever really wanted to, was that tire pressure sensor monitor. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. I think it's the fact that 3 of my tires are not being read by the TPMS system for the tire pressure in the tires. So there's a speed sensor in each tire that essentially needs to get corrected in order for that to work properly. So in the OBDeleven device that I've purchased and only use at times because I have an iPhone and not an Android, this is the device you're probably going to want to use. It makes things a lot easier, and you can kind of just activate it and manipulate the coding portion of the ECM computer to just kind of program it how you want it to. I did the OBDeleven, and I long coded the TPMS system to go into not the factory mode, but the service mode, and the TPMS light had gone off for, I think, a day or 2, and it eventually came back. So I'm probably going to go in there and change that back, just so it doesn't look like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in the device itself, in the settings. There is now onto the things that I'm really sort of not really enjoying. There are a few things. This screen, this RNS 510 screen, this is the luxury version of the car as well. So this came with it, at least the private person who I bought it from, this was in it. But I don't know if you can tell, this screen is sort of yellow. So it's, I guess it's like burn-in or whatever. At the bottom, it looks like normal coloring, but as you go up, it just looks yellow. There's not really anything else to it. It just looks yellow. And that's, I think it's at its brightest setting right now. So it's kind of like that. I tried actually removing the unit itself and going in there and reseating the physical LCD cable connections, and that has not worked. So I think, and I don't know how to remove the metal panel that is attached to this portion of the head unit. So that's kind of out of the option for me right now. I don't really want to fix that, and buying a new unit of this is around $600 USD. So I can either take it in and try and get it fixed, or just leave it alone, because if I wanted to upgrade this head unit, it uses a specific reverse camera adapter in the back of this that is, I think it's a 12-pin or a 24-pin cable, and you need to convert that to a AV format, and then replace, I think you have to either replace the back camera, the reverse camera, or you don't. But you do need an adapter if you wanted to replace this head unit and use your default reverse camera. That's what I mean. So that's the unfortunate part about that. I had a radio coming in, supposed to come in today. I just canceled it yesterday because I was like, no, there's no point. I mean, I have pretty much everything that I want or need on this, except the screen is just bad. I also have a Bluetooth MDI adapter coming in, so I'll be able to select and play my music through the multifunction buttons on the steering wheel soon. This is very noticeable on camera, but it really isn't in person. And forgive me, because I'm also doing this at night, so that's kind of why I have the light on as well. There are a few upgrades that I ended up doing to the, just because I ended up buying this vehicle, I am not one to take risks, especially for I mean, I only got this thing for, it was like $6,000. But and I just replaced the hood strut, so this thing can actually lift up. So this is new. Under this cap, I replaced the ignition coils, washer fluid, basically the oil, filter. I believe the mechatronics unit was just replaced from the servicing beforehand, so I'm pretty sure that's good. There was some oil underneath the cover coming from it's either the first one or the fourth ignition coil, so I cleaned that up. Otherwise, I don't really see anything wrong with this car. You know, it's actually sort of, I gotta use force to bring it down, and I just took a 600-mile trip to West Palm Beach again, so that's why the hood is disgusting. But yeah, the wheel speed sensor it's pretty easy. You just kind of remove the wheel. It's like right behind this portion of the wheel, and you'll unplug it from the sensor, and you'll go ahead and just replace that, and you should pretty much fix this off. Some things to note, you do need to warn people not to. Everybody knows about this. You don't close the door from the window. It is a pillarless door. So you close the door from here, not up here. You flex and tension the glass if you slam the door like that. You're supposed to open it from down here. Don't be that guy. Some further problems. Auto hold. I have disabled auto hold so far recently because it jerks if I'm sort of coming off out of a brake section, like at an intersection, excuse me, like at a red light. I take my foot off the brake pedal and it will stay, it sounds like it stays in neutral, and it will go to first and it will quickly shift to second. And I believe that's a property of the DSG transmission. I am aware that you can sort of reset this in VCDS through like adaptation settings, I believe it is. I'm not really one to kind of want to go ahead and reset that because I think that can potentially look bad at a dealer or a shop. I really don't know. I'm just not trying to look like an idiot if I ever have to take this thing in and have somebody look at it. The floors are disgusting. Haven't really cleaned the floorboard since I bought it. It's legitimately just been about a week and a half. This headliner, this is not so good. I think this is common, but this will actually come down. I'm sure you can see it already coming down, so I'm not gonna mess with it. It's fine, just leave it like that. It's a beautiful sunroof anyways, moonroof. This is not coming down. A lot of these headliners do. That's not a headliner. This headliner, I think it's known to come down or fall off on some models. It's really not that bad though. That's one of the reasons why I loved this model or love this private sale. I got this. As much as I love the look of the steering wheel, you just kind of need a cover. You know, sun is horrible. It damages. This top part is already damaged. There's a few accessory upgrades that I want to make, but yeah, the vehicle is beautiful. It has everything I could essentially want in a car. I actually had totaled my last Volkswagen, and 3 years later, here I am again in another hellhole of information. If you guys want to follow me, like the video, subscribe. I'm really not sure. This is pretty much going to be the channel or what it's going to. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.